Okay, so here we are, our laser meeting with our teams of stop, enough, done, whatever we're going to do. And we have a great field to play with on the world singing scene today. So just let's take a breath, bring ourselves into this space, this time, this focus. Coming with the intention of being laser focused, very strong pillar of voice of authority. Breathe out all here on the sacred ground of sovereignty. Cocooning ourselves with fourfold, the red rock, guardian circle, hitchhiker shield, absorption of the hazmat suit with the teams that are ready to act very decisively with us. So our circle is declared, it's set, opened, and so it is. So welcome. Let's go around, quickly place ourselves in the circle, but how many individuals do you want to put in the circle, a situation, or four-legged, and then we'll get on with our work. So Sharon Raji here, I'm going to put 30 in the circle tonight, and one world situation. Audrey.
Hi, Audrey from Northeast PA, and I'd like to put 3 situations, 14 people, and the children of the world, please. And I would like to tag Arlie.
Hi, I'm Arlie. I'd like to put in 9 people, 2 situations, and an old sick cat. And I will choose Sue.
I'm sorry you have an old sick cat.
I know, it's not getting any younger either.
I'm Sue. I'm in Issaquah, Washington. 20 people, 1 personal situation, 1 global situation. And I'll pick Deborah.
Thank you, Sue. I'm going to put in 20 people, 3 situations, plus the world situation. And Andrea.
Hello, beautiful people. I'm here in San Francisco, and I guess I've never done this before, so I will throw in 16 people, a world situation, a personal situation. Yeah, very cool. And is that everybody? Cinda.
Cinda, Westland, Oregon, just south of Portland. And I'd like to bring in my printer, which is having trouble with my printing off the astrology workbook. It's just making all sorts of noise. Keeps eating the paper. Oh God. I would like to bring in specifically 1 person. May he heal. I would like to bring in, obviously, the world situation. And I would, yeah, that's good. That's good. 1 person and 1 world situation. Thank you. And I take Sue. Oh, you already went. You were pointing. So back to Sharon.
Okay, so we have 110 individuals, and beyond that, whomever needs to be in that circle, that they be in it also of healing into that divine good with their causal team, their healers, to be moved to whatever is their highest and best, opening new doors and new options for healing. We have, let's see, we have 8 situations. We have the world situation. We have one sick cat and a really chuggy printer. Put all of them in that energy, what that dissolves what seems impossible and opens doors where there were none. And in that process, we place ourselves into that place where what we don't know, but we need to know, is brought to us too, so that we can be as focused and clear and effective in helping this world heal. And so it is. That is to stand, be permanent until those changes are made. So I'm here with planes flying, and this laser is up to you how and where you go. You know, that we've got, there is just like laser, do it, whatever. And so we're going to do our own journey, come back and check in, and we'll be complete by 6. So with that, place yourself into the hands of your team. Let them show you where is most important for you, the protocol that's most focused and effective for you in the world. And we'll hold that space for about 5 minutes and come back. So I'll see you on the other side. We come to the close of this time. Anchor your declaration. Make it permanent, ongoing. If you want to create a symbol that is activated every time you think of it, you could do that too. Ask your team, is there anything else they need from you before you turn it over for their working ongoingly? And if so, put that in place. When you feel complete, bring yourself back to the circle. Feel that radiation continuing. And then let's share so that we can activate it in behalf of each of our own work. Cindy, you want to go first?
Well, my team took me and dropped me right in front of Putin. Like, there's his desk, there he is. And I'm like, oh, hello. So I'm looking at him and, we're making eye contacts and I'm just saying, you're impressing no one. Nobody is admiring what you were doing. This is wrong. You are wrong. It's time to stop. It's done. It's done. And as I was kind of keeping him distracted, I was asking Grace's legions of angels to just go out and attach themselves to just to anyone who's feeling the need to continue with the war. And then when I left Putin and I kind of looked around, and you brought in the idea of a symbol, all of a sudden there's that shape that is kind of a two pyramids that are intersecting. I don't know what that's called.
Is that a Star of David?
Sort of like the Star of David, but multi-dimensional, right? So you've got the four corners of the base of the pyramid, and then so you've got the points and the 8 corners.
Metatron's cube.
Yes, except it even has a different name, but yes, that thing. And I realized that what the angels were doing, instead of whispering in their ear, or instead of before I had seen them touching their hand to the front and back and healing people, since these people necessarily didn't need to be healing like his war Mongols or like his warriors, they were actually coming, and when you said have a symbol, they took a crystal that was that shape, Metatron's cube, and was throwing it at him, and it sort of spun like the ninjas have those blades with, and they spin and then they stab and then they kill. But what these things did is the angels were throwing him, and they were either penetrating into the hearts or penetrating into the mind of the individuals. It was sort of like they would get woken up, and then it would be assimilated into their body. Anyway, it was fascinating. It was kind of interesting to see these angels throwing things at them versus whispering in their ear or touching them. It was really powerful. So, Arlie.
Well, this was short and sweet. I immediately started thinking about my daughter, who was over in Maryland, but the focus wasn't on her. I was taken to Washington, DC. So I did the enough done protocol and saw this huge whoop of energy around Washington, DC. Then I was taken inside to Capitol Hill and did the enough done protocol and whoosh, the same thing with the circle. And then around where the Supreme Court hearings are going on. And did the same thing and saw the energy. So when Sharon talked about a symbol, it was this flaming circle of protection, of guardianship, circle of energy, of whatever it is. It's the ring. It's the ring. So that's it for me, and I'll choose Deborah.
Thank you, Harley. I got taken to the Galactic Council again, which is weird, but okay. And they kept asking me for guidance, and I'm like, guys, aren't you the smart ones here? But they said, what do you want? And I said, well, all this threat of chemical weapons and nuclear weapons and the use of ongoing weapons, I said, I want them all to not explode or not go off. Just stop them. Just, you know, they might push the button, but nothing happens. And so it can just go, I don't care whose it is, it's just stop. Done. That was me. So Audrey.
So in my journey this morning, the Pope sat by the fire with me and begged for mercy. And I thought that was interesting. So I went to the Vatican tonight, to the Pope, to the Black Pope, to the military, to the buildings, to the art, to everything, and said, we're done. We've had enough of no mercy. It's time to, everything's done. And there was more to it. I just can't find the words, but it was like, I felt it in my heart, and it was just enough. We're just done. And then it went to, we've had enough. We're done with the misappropriation of Jesus's teachings. And then it was enough. We're done of divine feminine being sequestered and small. And then it was to the children of the world, and it was 11th hour protocol, evolutionary blueprints, and enough of the psychological warfare on the children, that we're done with that. And when you asked for a symbol, I just got the song We Are the World. So yeah, I'm complete. Andrea?
Well, you guys have a lot more practice than me. So I was just sending energy to the globe, definitely aiming it toward the heavy situation, and, you know, just imagining it going, clearing my own head. And the symbol that came to me was just like Christ. And it was just sort of like, this is sacred space. It's kind of like just claiming that this is sacred space. And it was almost like there were Christ everywhere, but it was just this very loving, kind, benevolent presence. So I think I just I don't know, I think I just created a whole bunch of him, of that, and he's all over the globe, so that's good. So, yeah, that's about what happened to me. Whoever's next, let's see. Cinda, you've already gone. Arlie, you went. Mom, did you go? All right, your turn.
I don't know if you know this, Deborah, but during the 60s, where there were a lot of protests around the bomb test, etc., there was a group that disarmed a nuclear bomb by intention.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. And I forgot to tell you my symbol. It was like a mushroom cloud from like a nuclear bomb with the red X symbol through it. It's like, no. That's interesting.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. See, yeah, Andrea, you did great. It's like, no, you did great. I was right there with the president of Ukraine. And I said, you understand that whatever you might carry is going to be blasted too, not you, but whatever that might be. He said, go for it. So I just saw various leaders of different places with eliminating the influence of the outsiders. For me, it was holding the outcome of unity and restore and build from the new. And it just felt like, just the radiation part of it, just strongly being a pillar. I can't remember the symbol. I got a symbol and then I can't remember what it was. I didn't write it down, but I can get that later. I love this. And if whatever might come up that will go like, okay, we can even get more intense, be more focused, bring it on, because we're definitely in a new place. We don't have to play with only the old tools anymore, but we won't know the new tools unless somebody gets that spark. So thank you. And permanent, the ongoing, we'll keep adding to it in different ways, but just because we close the circle, we do not stop the work that we declared to be in place. So anything else you want to say before we close?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
You all.
Thank you, everyone.
I'm just so
Thank you.
impressed. Oh, excuse me. I'm just impressed
Andrea,
where
it's so good
everybody
to
went.
see you.
Okay, I heard Arlie. Now Cinda.
Sorry. I was just gonna say, I'm just so, it's just remarkable where we are taken and the work that we are doing and how moved I am by everyone sharing. It just, when I feel it physically, I know that there's something to it. So thank you, everyone. I mean, this group is really powerful. Thank you, Sharon.
Yeah, and when people were saying, when they said it's done, I kept other times I felt it, but tonight was at a whole different level of it's done. And Audrey, the Pope did come to you.
I feel it too. Absolutely. Thank you, Audrey.
John Paul I'm not Catholic, and John Paul the 20 whatever, he used to come and stop by me. I'm like, what are you doing here? I'm not even Catholic. And I enjoyed his visits. I mean, they were great, but it's like when you said that, it's like he was there. He knows. It's like your work is very bad. It's working. Yeah.
Okay, loves. I will see you in our next circle. I think all of you are going to be with me on Saturday.
Oh yeah, that'd be so fun.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It could be very intense. I just tell you, I was looking at some of the charts and I'm going like, oh my gosh, this is a lot to see and a lot to learn and a lot to claim. So we'll see you on Saturday, if not before. Okay. Lots of love.
Have a wonderful night, everyone.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.